स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा. Now see to all, some interesting questions I received which I would like to answer. One of the question is, sir, some time back, around a year back, you mentioned one shloka from Bhavadaranyaka Upanishad, Dvitiya Adhyaya, 2/3/1, where you have mentioned that there are two forms of Brahma. One form is Murtam, which has, one form of Brahma has Murti. The other form of Brahma does not have Murti. One is formful, one is formless. And in that shloka's explanation, you have mentioned the meaning of Brahmano, meaning of Brahma as Prakriti. I have listened to your Acharya's various pravachan, but he has never mentioned the meaning of Brahma as Prakriti. Can you please clarify from your Acharya's viewpoint what is the meaning of Brahma in this shloka? Okay, if you want to get the answer directly from my Acharya, I request you to ask question in vedmandir.com. Of course, it will take time because he's very, very busy in tapasya. But anyways, I found one more interesting, explanation by my Acharya from Srimad Bhagavad Gita book, where he has mentioned Brahma also means Prakriti. This is Tritiya Adhyaya, third bhag, where in the 14th chapter, shloka number 3, for shloka number 3, Mahad Brahma has been mentioned as Prakriti by my Acharya. So Brahma means Prakriti is also clarified by my Acharya. See, we must understand one word in Sanskrit has many, many meanings based on the subject matter of the shloka or the mantra. Because Paramatma very clearly says in the Vedas that I am formless. Shukram akayam. मेरी काया नहीं है. So I am formless. I never take birth. I never come into any form in this universe. I am always formless and I am omnipresent. Because Paramatma is omnipresent, there is no form for Paramatma, and Paramatma cannot have a form. So that's why this shloka of Bhavadaranyaka Upanishad, many people misinterpret that you can do upasana of Paramatma by idol also, by nirguna upasana also. No. Idol worship is clearly prohibited in the Vedas. The meaning of Brahma in this shloka 2/3/1 Bhavadaranyaka Upanishad is speaking about the forms of Prakriti. Prakriti, see, if you see the next read the next shloka 2/3/2, where वायु और अंतरिक्ष से भिन्न जो कुछ दिख रहा है यह ब्रह्म का मूर्त रूप है. वायु और आकाश. We know that Agni, Vayu, Jal, Akash, Prithvi, Panch Mahabhut is created from Prakriti. Prakriti, Mahat, Ahankarat, Panchatanmatrani, Stula Bhutani, ityadi. So in that, Vayu और अंतरिक्ष का मूर्त रूप नहीं है, बाकी का मूर्त रूप. जो कुछ भी बाकी है उसका मूर्त रूप है. That is what here the shloka says. So when you read the shloka, you will understand that Brahma meaning in the previous shloka is denoting only to Prakriti, not to Paramatma. So this we must very clearly understand. And my Acharya has mentioned, you can read this book, page number 126 and page number 128, where the shloka has the word Tasam Brahma Mahadyo Niraham Bija Pradaha Pita, where Sri Krishna says, from the Prakriti I create the universe. And Prakriti means Brahma in this shloka. So please understand this one. This is the answer I got for your question. And another couple of interesting question is, sir, you mentioned about the cost, the Yajnya being conducted from April to June. What is the cost of the total Yajnya and who is sponsoring the cost of the Yajnya? I replied to the gentleman, but anyways, some people might have this question. See, Yajnya is all Yajnya. Wherever there is an Acharya who is a Tapasvi, who is a Sannyasi, or an Acharya who is even in Grihastha Ashrama, but he is running an ashram Gurukul where he is teaching Vedas. Please understand, the ashram is always run because of the dhan of the disciples. The kartavya of every disciple in the Vedas is, if you are a disciple to Acharya, you must give dhan to that Acharya, thereby he can sustain his living, and he can also teach you Vedas. So if the cost of Yajnya, I am not aware. What will be the cost of 2 months Yajnya, I am not aware. But who is sponsoring it? Always see the ashram, our Acharya's ashram is run by the pious donation of his disciples. Whoever is Acharya's disciple, they whenever they visit Acharya, they will give donation to Acharya. And Acharya never demands donation. No Acharya in the history, if you see any Acharya, right from Brahma, right from the Manu time until now, no Acharya demands donation. No Acharya will create what is that? This is the bill for staying in my ashram. 50 rupees is per day, or meals is 5 rupees. No Acharya will do it. Acharya will. My Acharya also has written in the website vedmandir.com. Boarding and lodging is always free. When you have Shraddha Bhavana and you give some donation to Acharya, Acharya will accept it based on his understanding of your Shraddha. So that is also his. And also my Acharya has written in the website that I will never take money from widows, I will never take money from students, and I will never take money from farmers. So this is my Acharya's principle. So who is sponsoring the Yajna? The sponsors are the basically the donation what is given to Acharya, and my Acharya is conducting Yajna. So that's the thing. And also I have mentioned in previous videos that if you want to conduct Yajna for a day, like you go to Acharya's ashram and you say that today's expenses I would like to bear and I want to conduct Yajna, then of course you can contact the person in charge in the ashram and he will arrange it. That's not a problem. And donation is not a right word. The right word in Vedic Dharma is a dhan. Donation is an English word which does not have a right spirit in that word. Dhan has a very, very right spirit. दान देना है, और दान लेने की अधिकार आचार्य को है. He is patra, he is adhikari, and we have to give daan to Acharya. That we must understand. And one more question is, if someone deceived another person, someone is deceiving another person and he ends up in that other person, because of this deception, he ends up in begging and struggling in his life. Is it due to his previous Janma karma that he was deceived by other person? Extremely important question. You must understand, this is not due to previous Janma karma, because Paramatma is the one who gives the result of previous Janma karmas, and Paramatma will never give the result of karma in a way which he, in that way where he is denying, suppose he is denying that in Veda. Paramatma says, do not steal others' property, do not deceive others, chori mat karo. Paramatma clearly says in the Vedas, Satya ko palan karo, ahimsa palan karo, dharma ko palan karo. So Paramatma says very clearly in the Vedas. So never Paramatma will give punishment to anybody by using these techniques. Please understand that. So if somebody is deceived by other person, it's not due to his karma. It is due to a free will of the other Jivatma. Two guys or friends are doing business. This guy is planning to deceive him. This guy is planning to loot him. And he is looting him. We cannot say that Paramatma inspired this guy to loot this guy. No. Impossible. Paramatma does not need to do this kind of act. And Paramatma will never do this kind of, injustice. Paramatma always awards justice. In this case, this person's free will is resulting in this person's dukkha. So what happens? Paramatma is Nyayakari, Paramatma watches, and Paramatma will never stop any karma. He has told in the Vedas, I have given you free will, but I have also given you the knowledge on how to live a life. So live a life as per the dharma, then you will get moksha. If you don't live life as per dharma, you will get struggles in your life. So this person's struggles due to this deception is not due to this person's previous Janma karma. So this person, whatever struggle is undergoing, Paramatma will do justice in the next Janma. He will say that, okay, you have suffered a lot for nothing of your mistakes. So in the next Janma, Paramatma will compensate this guy. And this guy means this Jivatma who is done wrong, he will be severely punished by Paramatma. And punishment happens through the next birth. Paramatma will award Kujli wala kutta birth. Anything can happen. So that we must understand. So never ever deceive somebody and say that, it is your previous Janma karma that you are struggling and, you are begging today. That is wrong. So, karma philosophy you must understand. And also, I am very poor, sir. I know that I am born in a poor family due to my previous Janma karma. Yeah, this is the right understanding. If you are taking birth in a poor family, jati ayu bhogah, karma phal happens in jati. Jati means janam, manushya jati, and bhogah, at the time of birth, Paramatma decides, okay, this Jivatma must take birth in Ambani's house, this Jivatma must take birth in poor house. So that is the result of our previous Janma karma. So the question is, can I become Lakpati or Crorepati even though I am born poor? Will my previous karma stop it? The answer is, Maharishi has given this answer in Satyartha Prakash also. Prarabdha se Purusharat Balwan hai. Even though our karma is like that, I am taking birth in a poor family, Purusharat Balwan hai. Purusharat means your hard work is more stronger than your karma. And when you do hard work and when you do upasana, when you surrender yourselves to Paramatma, you continue your hardest efforts, Paramatma will give you both Adhyatmik Sukh and Bhautik Sukh. Yes, so even though if somebody is born, and we have seen many examples, even though somebody is born very poor, he or she can become rich by his own Purusharat. That Paramatma will always support. So that we must understand. And lastly, one more question is, sir, best seeing my video with my daughter. The question was, are you a millennial? Millennial means, I searched it in Google. It says person born after 1981 and before 1990 something. So, are you a millennial? No, I am not millennial. I am little bit older than millennial. Okay. So, these are the questions, interesting questions I received. And I also wanted to make a video on Sankhya Darshan today, but I will make another video, Sankhya Darshan, some sutra, I want to make a video. Thank you. If you want to ask more questions, please comment in the commentary box, and also, or you can send your questions to yourvedas@gmail.com. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.